Hi students, welcome to our science class. Our chapter name is Health and Hygiene. In the last class, we started this chapter and discussed about the components in our body and food. So, we are talking about the topic nutrients. We said that there are 5 different important nutrients are there in our body. We discussed about carbohydrates and fats. These two topics we already discussed, and the further topics are protein, vitamin, then minerals. These 3 topics we are going to discuss today. The first one is what? Protein. The first one is protein. What is the function of this protein? Now we are going to discuss what is the function of this protein. That means what is the thing this protein is doing in our body. The first function is this. It helps us to grow. That is the first function. The second function is this. It helps us to build muscles. It helps us to build muscles. And the third point is this. It repair damaged tissues or cells. That is, in our body, it is having continuously certain functions are doing. So, that how our number of cells are getting damaged, and also at the same time they are getting repair. And this repair is done by this protein. So, these 3 are the functions. These 3 are the functions of protein. The first one is this. It helps us to grow. The second one is it helps us to build muscles. And the third one is this. It repair damaged tissues or cells. Now, the next point is that we focus that it build muscles, it helps us to grow, and it is repairing. And so, we are calling this protein another name, that is body building food. This protein is called what? Body building food. You want to remember this name, body building food. Now the question is, where we get protein? Within which food we get protein? That is the next question. We want to look which are the things that we get protein. You want to study the examples of the food items that contain protein. The examples are these: milk and its products, then chicken, fish, egg, pulses, soya bean, etc. So, these are the food items. These are the some of the food items that is having protein. Milk and its products means ghee and butter, like all the things which we are made from milk. Milk and its products, chicken, fish, egg, pulses, soya bean, etc. are the examples of food which contain protein. You want to study these names. The next point is this. We already said that it helps to grow. So, children want to have the food containing protein. So, the growing children need more protein for their better growth. This is all about the protein. We said that it is having another name called body building food, and also we discussed about the examples of food which contains protein. Now we are moving to the next topic, and that is vitamin. Vitamin. What is the function of this vitamin? That is the first thing we want to study. The function of this vitamin that is doing in our body is help us to fit our body. That is, it makes us fit our body. The next point is this: it increases the immunity. It increases the immunity of our body. These are the two functions of vitamin. That means this vitamin helps us to be fit. That is the first one. The second one is this: it increases the immunity of our body. This immunity means the ability to fight against the diseases. So, the immunity means the ability to fight against the diseases is what? Immunity. So, the immunity power of our body is done by whom? By the vitamin. So, these two are the functions of vitamin. Now, the question is, which are the food items that contain vitamin? Now, we are going to discuss the names of the food that contains vitamin. The first example is this: fruits, egg, fish, green leafy vegetables. These are some of the food items which contain vitamin. Fruits, egg, fish, green leafy vegetables, and etc. Also having other food also. These are some of the examples. So you want to remember these examples which contain vitamin. Now the next point is this: which are the different types of vitamin? You just want to remember that. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, K. These are some of the examples for the vitamin. Vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. These are the vitamins that mentioned in your textbook. So, we discussed about vitamin. That we studied about which are the functions of vitamin. Then we discussed about which are the food items that contain vitamin, and also we discussed about the different types of vitamin. These all are about vitamin, and now we are moving to the next topic, and that is minerals. The first question is, what is the function of minerals? The first function of mineral is that it strengthens our bones. It strengthens our bones. That is the first function. The second function is this: it strengthens our muscles. So we can say that it strengthens our bones and muscles. That is the function of minerals. this reason, we are calling these minerals are called protective food. We call it as protective foods. We call it as protective foods. You want to remember this term, protective foods. The question will be like this. Dash is called protective foods. So you want to write it is minerals. Now, which are the different types of minerals? That is the question. We are going to discuss which are the different types of minerals. The different types of minerals are these: iron, calcium, iodine, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. So these are some of the minerals that present in our body. Iron, calcium, iodine, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus. These are some of the minerals that present in our human body. And where we get these minerals? Which are the food items that contain these minerals? The food items that contain minerals are fruits, milk, egg, salt, and also green leafy vegetables. These are the food items that provide minerals for our body. And different food items are providing different types of minerals. Now you just remember some of these examples. So the food items like fruits, milk, egg, salt, green leafy vegetables, etc. are some of the food items that having minerals. And where we show this calcium and this phosphorus, we found this calcium and phosphorus in our bones and teeth. Bones and teeth. Now the question is, what is this calcium and phosphorus doing in our bones and teeth? They make these bones and teeth strong. These calcium and phosphorus making bones and teeth strong. That is the work that is done by this calcium and phosphorus. And also this iron. Where we can see this iron. The iron is there in our blood. And this iron helps us to formation of this blood. So these are some of the things that mentioned in your textbook, and that's why I just mentioned these all things here. So you want to focus at these areas, that which are the food items that containing minerals. The next one is, what is the function of these minerals, and also which are the different types of minerals. These are the three things you want to focus. Now we discussed about different nutrients. We discussed about different nutrients. Now we are going to discuss some of the other components that is there in our food and that is needed to our body. We said that in our body it contains some sort of things that called roughage. What is this thing? Actually, this is the fiber present in our body. In our food. That is what roughage. So, This also needs our body. Roughage. What is this roughage? That is the fiber present in our food. So we want to have some food that contain this roughage, and which are that food items? Mainly fruits, vegetables, especially some green leafy vegetables. Fruits and vegetables contain this fiber. So this roughage is sufficient for our body, and so we want to have some fruits, vegetables. Vegetables means especially these leafy vegetables. This is all about this roughage, and why we are having this? What is the purpose? Actually, this roughage help us to get rid of undigested food. This roughage help us to get rid of undigested food. So this is all about this, and also one thing also is very important for our body. We said that we talked about the food items, that's fruit, vegetables, meat, fish, like all the things. And also there is one thing is the very important for our existence. What is that? Very simple, that is water. So this is the other component that is very sufficient for our body. So we want to drink lot of water for our existence. And there is also something, this is one of the important component in our body. And we can say two-third of our body is water. What is this two-third of our body is water? That means when we are splitting our whole body into three, we can say that this is one part of this, and this is other part of this, and this is the third part. So we can say that two-third of our body means this together called what? Two-third. Two-third. So we can say that our body mostly contains what? Water. So we can say two-third of our body is of water. That means most of our body is included with water. And how we are releasing this water from our body? We are releasing water by sweat and human body, or generally all the organisms are releasing water from their body by sweat and urine. And also this water is doing one function to our body. What is that? Water is maintaining the temperature of our body, or we can say that it regulates temperature of human body. So this water regulates temperature of body, of human body. So these are the things about water. Water is one of the important component of our body. We can say two-thirds of our body is containing with water, and this water is releasing from our body. Releasing means we are losing this water in the form of sweat and urine, and that's how we want to drink lot of water. Otherwise, we will get into dehydration. And also, this water is regulating temperature of our body. Regulating means adjusting. This water is adjusting the temperature of our human body. So, this is all about water. Now, we completed the different components that present in our body. Now, take your textbook, page number 81. There, you can see one multiple choice questions within a green box. Now, you just want to solve that two questions as your homework. Just do it in your textbook itself using pencil. Don't use pen in your textbook. And the next topic is balanced diet that we will discuss in our next class. So, it's enough for today. You please want to read your textbook 3-4 times and we will meet in our next class with the further topics. It's enough for today.